Well, a special subcommittee hearing was held today to examine whether local police departments have become too militarized in recent years. The committee focused on 3 distinct federal programs that funnel all kinds of military equipment and counterterrorism tools to local police forces. Now, those federal agencies are the Pentagon, the Justice Department, and the Department of Homeland Security. Officials from each of those agencies testified today, with many senators on the committee heavily questioning the allocation of large military equipment to small local police departments.
Tell me, how do they decide an MRAP's appropriate for a community of my hometown, 35,000 people?
That is done by the state coordinator.
I understand that, but how did you ever decide that an MRAP is an appropriate vehicle for local police forces?
An MRAP is a truck, Senator, with...
No, it's not a truck. It's a 48,000-pound
it is a very, very, very
offensive weapon.
It is not an offensive weapon, Senator.
It can be used as an offensive weapon.
Also testifying today were law enforcement representatives and a photographer for a St. Louis publication who witnessed the protests and the police response. After the hearing, I had the chance to get some reaction from Senator Claire McCaskill, and I asked her whether the questions she wanted to know were answered today. Here's what she had to say.
We still have more answers we need, particularly from the people that are part of the government programs. I think it was painfully obvious how little oversight there's been on this program. I think the hardest part is getting this policy right so that we can continue to have, in the limited instances where it's necessary, the SWAT training and the kind of military response that you might need in a few limited situations, how we kind of corral that back to those specific situations and get away from this creep of turning our police departments into paramilitary organizations.
These police equipping programs have come under fire, of course, in the aftermath of the protests that followed the police shooting death of Michael Brown. Throughout the protests, many voiced concern over the disturbing images of police in body armor, carrying assault rifles, and assuming military-like operations. And it's a reality that's not only unique to Ferguson, Missouri. That's why Senator McCaskill says this issue will remain urgent.
I don't know that we can get something done before the November elections, but certainly we're going to go ahead and work on it with great haste. I think I have a sense of urgency about this. The people of Ferguson have a sense of urgency about this. They want to see some changes as a result of what that community went through. I was, as you can tell, we have bipartisan support.
So there's no timeline on when these legislative options will be put forward, but from what we saw today at this hearing, it's clear this issue won't be going away anytime soon. In Washington, Ameera David, RT.